Welcome back, folks, to Let's Replay Mystic Quest, and when last we left off, we fought our way through the undersea volcano and finally defeated the guardian of the legendary sword, Iflight. The legendary sword, however, is currently a rusty piece of garbage. Hopefully Sibba will be able to enlighten us on how we can awaken its true power, if it even has true power to awaken. Hello, Chocobot! We will indeed take you with us, because we need you to reach Lorim. And here are some easy enemies. Aha! 2 killed with 1 hit. How efficient! And you are also dead. We also need to use Chocobot now, so that we can reach Lorim. And if we remember how to reach Lorim, we have to follow the frozen area and head this way. Down a small pathway of water, and then up a ladder, or a vine I think it is in this case. I think it's a vine. It is a vine, but it's effectively a ladder. It's just a different design for the ladder. And we're not going to go that way, because we don't need to go that way. Never mind, it actually is stairs. I thought it was a vine for a moment, but no, they're stairs. We're going to go this way, and we're going to defeat Springy Steve here with 1 sound hit from a Thunder Spear. If it was actually affected by the Thunder Spear. Never mind, we'll use the Morning Star instead. Have at thee! Thee was had at, and Springy Steve was never heard from again. Apart from this Springy Steve, that is also dead! Haha! This foe is also gone. And there are foes here that are extremely easy. We'll just take care of you, and we'll take care of you, because experience is experience. And we'll take care of you. Excellent. 1 more screen to go, 1 more Springy Steve to defeat. And 1 item that I don't think we want, because we have an inventory that's pretty much full of X-Ethers. Wait for me. And Chocobot waits for us patiently, while we go to Sibba, because we finally have what we need, the legendary sword, or so he claims. The only way left is to reveal the Dime Tower. Dime Tower? In the Desert of Crystal? How? I'm about to tell you. You should listen more, Jime. You never said you were actually going to tell me. And that's not my name, you know, it's actually Jim. Will you listen to me if I call you Jim? I was going to listen anyway, but it would be nice. Fine. That sword will help you. Use it in the Cave of Ruins. You'll see it. This rusty sword has such a great power, it looks useless. Do not underestimate things just by how they appear. If we all did that, we'd have dismissed you ages ago. That's rather mean. Well, you see my point, don't you? The Sword of Legend shows its real power only when it approves of your using it. If you're a real Knight of Gemma, it will help you. But I don't know if it... Don't worry. Now, go. The Cave of Ruins is in the desert near Ish. Ask Dr. Bow Wow, he knows it well. How does Dr. Bow Wow know it well? I don't know, I just think he does. I remember him telling me once. We were drinking one night and he went, "Do you know that I know the Cave of Ruins rather well?" You made that up, didn't you? I'm pretty sure he said that. Now go, the world is in peril. Alright then. And good luck, Jime. You said you'd use my name properly, but I did. Oh, never mind. And so off we go back to Ish, because we need to go and speak to Dr. Bow Wow, who will tell us where the Cave of Ruins is. And if memory serves, we might need Nuke to open up the Cave of Ruins. And this is where the game tells you, hey, you know that boss that you thought was optional before? You actually need to go and fight that. And we're going to avoid these enemies right now because we just need to get to Ish. We're not going to gain a level anytime soon. And these enemies aren't as difficult as the enemies we've encountered before. So we're going to go and head back to the Desert of Crystal. There are quite a lot of crystals in that desert. It's an aptly named desert. Hello, enemies that we're never going to fight. Goodbye, enemies that we're never going to fight. We're going to head this way, and here is the Desert of Crystal. We're going to find out if the Ice Sword will affect any of these enemies. There we go. We shall ask to get off the Chocobot, and we shall equip the Ice Sword. We'll Will it work? We might as well actually switch this out because we're unlikely to use the silver sword ever again. Actually, this is perfect. There we go. We still don't have the ice sword equipped, however, might as well get that equipped. Will this work against all these enemies? Well, there aren't any enemies here, but what about here? The answer is, it won't. Fair enough. What about the Thunder Spear? Will that work? Let's find out. The answer is no. These enemies just seem very resistant to everything. So we're going to ignore you, and we're going to... I think that worked? No, that did not work there. So we're just going to have to be very careful of all the enemies in this desert, because they're all very tricky to defeat. And here is Ish. Wait for me, and wait the Chocobot will. We're going to head up here, and go and talk to Dr. Bow Wow. Hopefully Dr. Bow Wow will know where we need to go. Hello? Working on anything? The answer is no, he isn't. Finally! There is a piece of crystal you can blow with Nuke in Crystal Desert. Find it! Well, where is it? You've got to find it! There are a lot of crystals in that desert. Well, time for you to start, eh? Off I go. And so, we're going to use Nuke on every single crystal in the desert. One of them will explode and reveal the Cave of Ruins. But only one of them. Good night. You're gonna smash crystals? You're gonna die out there. Good morning. And so, with all of our MP restored, we're going to accidentally talk to this person here, and then we're going to find the Cave of Ruins. It's going to take quite a while to find the Cave of Ruins, but I think I may roughly know where it is. We're going to equip the... yeah, we have the Thunder Spear equipped, that's fine. I don't think it's over here. I don't think it's over here either. Is it here? It might be here. This may be where the tower appears, but we need to find the... oh, there's an area up here as well. Let's have a look up here. There is a shop that I didn't notice before. Hello! You sell magic, which is fantastic. You also sell X-Ethers for 640 each, and I accidentally healed myself there when I didn't need to. Ah well, let's go and find that Cave of Ruin, shall we? This'll be the end of us for sure. We'll certainly be in ruins if we don't find it. Ha ha! Let's just go and find it, shall we? We need to equip the Nuke magic. At this point, you would need to go and find the Nuke magic if you didn't have it already, and use it on a lot of crystals. It wasn't that crystal. And that does defeat those enemies, which is handy. And it wasn't that one either. Is it one of these? It's not that one. It's not that one. It's not that one. Or that one. Or, we'll just line up there. Or that one. So it's none of those. It's not this one either. It's also not that one. Is it any of these? Is it this one? You can defeat those enemies at least, which is handy. Excellent. And it's not that one either, and we've actually run out of MP. So we're going to need to have to go back to Ish so that we can recuperate our MP. This is going to take a while. I do not remember where the entrance to this dungeon is, but it's one of these crystals, which is so very accurate and yet so very vague. It's okay though, there is an inn literally over here that we only need to spend 10 GP at a time to go into. And there we go, you moved, which means that we can now go back here and rest and recuperate. Still haven't found it yet? You're never going to find it in there. You're going to die out there. Why are you not being encouraging? Did anybody say that I had to be encouraging? By the way, it's 10 GP a night. Want to stay? Good night. Good morning. And off we go. Back out there to go and find the entrance to the Cave of Ruins, if all of these NPCs will get out of the way. I don't like the design of this entrance to this town, because it's got such a narrow way out, and you need to navigate around those NPCs, and also it is not any of these crystals. The game is not going to be that generous to you. Is it this one? The answer is no. It's not this one either. Or this one. Or this one. Fair enough. Is it one of these ones? We'll get rid of you first. Excellent. And you dropped an item. It's not that one, or this one, or either of them. Which is not good, because we're fast running out of ones that we can open. It's neither of them, it's neither of them, and it's neither of them. It's also, I imagine, none of them, or them. And it's probably none of these either. No, it is not. And I'm pretty sure I checked these ones, but I'll double check them. It's not that one. We did manage to defeat that enemy. We could always use an X-Ether to prolong our exploration, but Ish is right over here. It's going to take a fair while to find the right one. And once again, this person is in the way, and moved even more in the way. I really don't like the design of the entrance of Ish. Alright. Back already? 10 more GP for me. Good night. Good morning. And off we go again to go and search for the Cave of Ruin. It's going to be a long, long search, potentially. Or a very short one, if we can find it before then. I don't know where then is, but I hope we find it before that time. We've explored most of these. Did we look at all of these ones? It's, well, we won't find out if it was one of them. It wasn't any of them. It wasn't any of them. And it wasn't any of them either. Is it one of these? It's not that one. That enemy is gone. And it's not either of them. I don't know if you have to be right next to the crystal. Doesn't seem like it. It could be one of these. Aha! We've found the entrance. It's over here. I'm surprised that it's by the sea. I don't remember it being by the sea. Either way, we are now going into the Cave of Ruin. This is a very different dungeon, because it's an ancient ruin. The name of it wasn't inaccurate. We are actually going to be navigating an ancient ruin of Van Dole. We're going to make sure that we have the Thunder Spear equipped, and we also need to make sure that we have Cure equipped, which we do. Let's go. There are going to be some very different enemies here, like these snails that inflict dark on us. And the Thunder Spear is entirely ineffective. This I think is effective. It is effective. It's also effective against the mirrors, which isn't surprising because it's a massive mace. We really want to use one of these X-Ethers. There we go. We don't know how long it will be before we level up. And this is an X-Cure. Mental note, the giant snails drop X-Cures. Over here are some stairs leading down. Into a dungeon. We're going to have to explore this dungeon very carefully, as there are enemies we have never seen before. My best guess is that these are kind of ancient golem guardians of some variety, and those push you in a particular direction, so we cannot go that way. We have to go this way right now, and they fire lasers! They're definitely ancient guardians of some variety. Firing lasers, and these mirrors fire images of Jim at him. That is a little worrying. Some ancient magic indeed must be within those mirrors if it can make simulacrums of people and fling them at the person that's the target. I'm going to defeat you very quickly, and I think we now have to navigate over to here. There we go, that will bring us to this direction. Might as well have a look in this room as well. There is only one thing in here, and that is the dragon or the dragoon shield? That's the dragon shield. It's a pretty good shield if memory serves. We've got an upgrade. A dragoon shield would also potentially work. And this brings us to here. We need to go over here to progress, and these golem-like guardians do get affected by these panels. They're pretty much like the mirror panels, except they're a different design. We're going to go up here. There is apparently nothing in here. I don't believe it. I should have believed it, because there's nothing in here. There's another one of these rooms, though, and this will bring us that way. We want to go this way right now. Or do we want to go this way? Because this way leads to progress. Maybe I want to go this way instead. What's up here? The answer is just some enemies. We can defeat enemies, that's fine. I also like the music for this dungeon. Some of the later dungeons use this tune. It's rather haunting and mysterious, and I like that it pervades an atmosphere of mystery. Also a level up. Always nice to get level ups. And gain more wisdom, so that we can kill these enemies even better with our magic. I don't think we actually use nuke that much more in the game itself, but we have the spell just in case we want it. What's over here, I wonder? Because this way also leads to another room. And you drop an X cure. We don't want an X cure, so we're just going to move on and head this way. Over here is a hole in the ground, and we're a Moogle. We're going to very quickly run into this room and hide. I'm very glad that the enemies did not respawn in this room, otherwise we would be very dead right now. Hello! We're over here! And I can't hit you with this weapon. Of course I can't. It's not the Thunder Spear. Avoid that, avoid that. And kapow! You are gone. And you are also gone. Excellent. What is up here but even more enemies that can be one hit killed by the Thunder Spear. I wonder if that is an X-Ether. I highly hope that it is, because we need to get rid of this, and it is a Thunder. I shouldn't be surprised, considering the fact that they're likely not just golems animated by magic, they might actually be electrical. Games like this like to throw dungeons which have surprisingly high-tech things in them near the end. It's like, there were ancient civilizations that were far more advanced than the ones that exist now, but somehow they always fall into ruin and get destroyed, usually by their own hubris or their desire to create something that destroys them. That tends to be what happens. Also, if you want X-Cures, this is the room to get them, because I'm pretty sure that is an X-Cure. I don't know if this is an X-Cure, though. We'll find out, because we have a Thunder to get rid of. There we go. This is an X-Cure. So pretty much X-Cures all round here. Up here is a one solitary duck enemy. We can take care of you, and at least these spikes aren't lava. I really like the fact that they aren't lava. And I currently have nothing equipped here. Might as well have Cure. Much better. Always a handy spell. I feel like I'm making progress when I really shouldn't be, so I might end up backtracking to that other room in a bit. I want to find more of the dragon armor. Then again, there may only be a dragon shield, but I really get the feeling that there's more than just the dragon shield. And I also want this X-Ether here, so we'll get rid of the X-Cure to hold on to that. Marvellous! One less X-Cure for a grand total of one X-Cure. Actually, what we should do is just organise this a little bit, like this, and just have everything nice and sorted. What I really should be doing to do that is that I should be moving the items that aren't X-Ethers, like this elixir here, and this key, and this bone key. There we go. And everything else is X-Ethers. And this is also an X-Ether. Marvellous. Up we go. Here's a boss. I've found a boss already. I don't know what this boss does. It seems to be very tricky. And you know what? We could just walk away. I like the fact that we can just decide, you know what, I don't want to fight you. I'm going to go back to the area which I didn't explore before, and I'm going to see if there's anything over there. I just like the idea of Jim looking in there and going, no, I don't feel like fighting that, and then just leaving. And the boss going, hey, I'm starting my attack button here, you can't just leave. It's one of the few bosses where the room is such that you can just walk away. The vampire also had a similar room, in that you could just walk over into the room where you could rest, and rest whenever you liked. Most other bosses prevent you from leaving. These enemies have reappeared, that's fine though. We can defeat them easily enough. I really want to find out what's in that other room. There might be another piece of equipment, and if we're finding the dragon armor, I really want the rest of it. I want the dragon helmet and the dragon plate and things like that. So over there was nothing, but over here was progress. So we're going to head in this direction and see what was over here by defeating these exceptionally easy enemies. That enemy didn't even get an opportunity to talk to me because I'd already killed it. Anything over here? There is something over here! The Dragon Sword. There was a reason to go in this direction, and that is because we have found another awesome piece of equipment. The Dragon Sword is a pretty decent weapon. It has 102 attack power. We haven't yet found the Dragon Armor or the Dragon Helmet, however. I wonder if I've missed them. I believe I can come back here anyway whenever I like, but it's always a good idea to find out if you've stumbled across something and you need to stumble across the rest of it. And the Dragon Sword can hurt these enemies, which is good. I think I might have found my weapon that I'm going to be defeating that boss with, when I eventually go back to fighting that boss. Maybe a while before I go back to fighting that boss, because that boss looked dangerous. Especially with the surroundings that were all filled with deadly floor. I don't think it's as deadly as the lava. Actually, I think it's even more deadly than the lava. So I need to be very careful. And there's nothing in here that would warrant me exploring further. And so, when we come back, folks, we're going to go and fight that boss. I don't know what that boss is called, but we're going to fight it anyway. And if we're lucky, we may find more of the dragon equipment. We have 2 of the pieces, we only need 2 more. So I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.